Breitling has a problem. One of the longest-standing independent houses in fine Swiss horology, the brand has seen sweeping changes to its lineup since it was bought by CWC Holding in 2017, reflecting a need for the brand to refocus. Why, then, did I choose to buy one? Makers of the legendary Navitimer, Breitling has been a noted player in the industry since 1884, when it was founded by its namesake, Leon Breitling. Revered for their aviation watches, and for the dive pieces since the introduction of the Super Ocean in the mid-1950s, the Swiss maker has launched numerous pieces which have found wide following and love. However, their entry-level models have never received the same degree of admiration. Quietly launched to a Rolex-crazed Basel World 2018, Breitling's updated entry-level diver brings a lot to the table for those willing to dive deep. Let's start with the elephant in the room. This watch does not feature an in-house movement. In fact, it's the Breitling B17 based on the ETA 2824-2. While many will be quick to parrot the phrase, decorated by Breitling, that's actually untrue. This movement is brought in from ETA in pieces, with Breitling selecting the parts which meet its stringent quality requirements. Breitling then installs its own premium balance and mainsprings, balance wheel, escapement, fine micrometer, regulator assembly, and shock deflectors, before submitting the movement for COSC certification. Since 2001, every single Breitling that leaves the factory is COSC certified. That is not a cheap or simple standard to live by, and reflects the brand's commitment to both quality and fine horology. The nautical aspects of Breitling's heritage, punctuated by recognizable names such as the Super Ocean, Steelfish, Transocean, and Chronomat, are reflected in this watch, even at its affordable price point. All the bits are here. Breitling has fitted a unidirectional diving bezel with a generously large lume pip, ample lume on the hands and applied indices, 200 meters of water resistance thanks to a chunky case and a screw-down crown, and, as a final nod, a mariner blue sunburst dial. The date wheel with quick-set functionality is the same deep blue as the dial, blending the window into its surroundings effortlessly. The bezel features Breitling's well-known rider tabs with brushed finish contrasting the high-polished crown. Breitling script B is playfully included to the right of the large lume pip at 12. So Breitling has achieved something interesting here. We have a well-executed and handsome diver from a brand steeped in exploration of the skies and deep. While none of us are likely to be diving with a multi-$1,000 mechanical timepiece in lieu of a modern dive computer, we as watch enthusiasts and collectors do not buy for practicality. We buy for how these pieces make us feel. And feeling is something the Colt evokes in spades. Plus, you can always time your pasta. The flat sapphire crystal has anti-reflective coating, which makes the crystal almost disappear when viewed straight on, but shimmer purple when in oblique light. We find beautiful crystals from all the big market players, Rolex, Omega, even Tag Heuer. But there's something so youthful about the way Breitling has managed the Colt's reflection. Light play like this is so clearly intentional, not the harsh accidental glare of a lesser design. The dial is truly a masterpiece, changing dramatically depending on the lighting conditions. Sometimes it's a bright, light blue, but catch the light a certain way and it flips through the color palette, through royal blue, into navy, into black. This is almost impossible to capture on camera and can only be fully appreciated with the Colt in hand. And how about that name, Colt? It's masculine as you like, evoking something almost brutish and industrial. Regardless of whether you think of an old-fashioned revolver or a young racing horse when you hear Colt, you have arrived in either case at the essence of this watch. Milled swing arms and solid links with screws instead of pens makes the bracelet feel like $1,000,000 in hand and on wrist. It's that feeling of quality which you want in a piece of this caliber. The clasp does leave some to be desired. While the swing arms are milled and comfortable on wrist, the clasp itself is still stamped steel. You get the sense that Breitling designed this watch from the top down, starting with a beautiful case and bracelet, and then got to the bottom and decided that, well, this'll do. That's not something that you want in a watch of this price point and of this caliber from a maker who, frankly, should know better. At 44mm, you would expect this watch to wear large, but the brush bezel really helps scale down the appearance on wrist. The watch is only 11.25mm thick, so its slimness also contributes to it wearing smaller than the diameter would suggest. Let me let you in on a little secret. In an industry where Rolexes are fetching twice their MSRP, this watch can be had at 30 or even 40% off due to the restructuring of Breitling's lineup. That's critical for an entry-level luxury piece. While I can whine about the clasp feeling a little under-engineered, the rest of this watch is solid, well-designed, and well-executed. There are nods to the heritage of the brand and serious tool watch specs on offer. If the changes we are seeing to the rest of Breitling's offerings match what the brand was able to achieve here, I have to believe that the future of Breitling is indeed very bright.